Mic off.
Are the raw material for perfection.
Mic on.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogard. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate.
Produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how.
Prudence dictates we remain productive.
The sovereign provides. The system abides.
System, like those nettlesome rapidons, or the base individualists within Anti's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever,
Empty are the lives of anti-subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning.
doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Grey gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed? Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against Caesar, sabotage.
Ai, mano. Ai, jogar justo não deu. E se eu entrar no loop infinito? Ele me pega. Quero ver me pegar. Eu quero ver me pegar.
Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes it throughout history.
Here, they're letting any
Rejecting perfect thoughts in all their forms.
Maybe
All
everything,
thoughts of any
luxury,
kind,
and resplendence
whatsoever.
are all irrelevant.
Depletion of resources and
think?
lack of community led to terrible
I inhaled so much dust and debris during the attack. Still hurts.
time for recreation. Sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly
The
appreciate.
matriarch and sovereign appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinel caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage. Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda.
Well, You appear to be far more fluent with Sentinel procedure than I. Vale, if you were a Sentinel, or in some sense... In any case...
Glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how...
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society... However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for initiating.
Lists within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we
Maybe,
must
Commander,
all
at least until we've talked with Zeb.
to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep
Sure, always happy.
same as ever. But
Greetings. However, I may offer you initiating.
Deal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental
Trust the plan, observe set progress.
Prudence dictates
Think our
we
enemies
reject
envy our prosperity
individuals
all the time.
in all its many forms.
Wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that has been building up in our gorge.
Right now, the paradigm needs prudence dictates We leave the burden of thought to our betters.
Well?
Dictates we maintain sufficient zeal at all times.
Of course, it's part.
May you realign with the
Stay
paradigm.
true, outsider.
To deliberate is to court ruin.
Word on the. Stay true, outsider.
You walked in here under your... Good. Because we've got more of that than we haven't heard. When a number of our subjects drowned. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up. So some drank tainted water. All right.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem.
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
E aí, galera? Ô, faltou um susto, vocês não têm ideia, mano. Cara, mó gritão. Cara, o bicho ali, você viu o bicho, né, mano? Eu vi. Ele tava falando com você. Ó, pegou dois. Você lembra você que tava. Ó, vai vender, vendeu. Aí, eu tava o quê? Não, era o cara, era o bicho que se assustou. Eu trouxe um e eu achei outra porta. Aí. Vai. Ninguém quer pegar esse kit, não? Mano, que kit? Meu Deus, eu tenho uma bússola! Esse item aqui, Rosa. É que não pode vender. É. Então, a gente precisa ligar o gerador. Precisa levar essa gasolina, então. Eu achei um robô. Precisa de... Eu liguei o gerador. Cadê os objetivos? Aqui. Eu liguei. Tá. Nossa, pode ver se vocês estão vindo muito aí. Tá. Tá alto, mas tá ruim. O meu tá 260, mas não parece, tá? Parece que tá quase. Radinho, Galaxy. Pra escanear as anomalias. É pra escanear as anomalias. Eu pedi rádio, câmera. Salve aí, galera. E um leitor de... Fala, galera, tão me ouvindo? Fala, galera, tão me ouvindo, câmbio? Eu só comprei dois... Alô? Tá me ouvindo, câmbio? Nossa. Meu Deus, é muito alto. Sim. O Alt, ele tinha achado aqui, só que ele morreu. Aí eu trouxe o item aqui da
With an anti's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient.
It's my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport. Once a shining testament to... But where are my manners? We do not have... Serving Unit 1.
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech program. We are not miracle workers, however. Without part, we need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not with... Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts. Why, we're traders, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as Now, either the arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here. These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, the arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such. Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try. That's abundantly kind of you, though there must be something I can offer.
Didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. I don't know what an Earth Directorate is, and I thought we were past the need for being In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide... Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
Our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden.
Farewell now.
Recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna. Pleasant atmosphere. And rich resources present a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Record states as follows. All
Hello.
inhabitants are declared...
I'm here often. Goodbye. Our banter.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the
Can't wait, Commander. At least until we've talked with Zeb.
Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly
They're saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it.
individualism
Originally.
ran rampant.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we enjoy the full luxury.
Quem é você? Não. Bota um disco aqui, ó. Olha os discos. Ele responde a gente. Calma, calma. Fala, vai.
Time awaits us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time.
Syringes primed.
Ready to waste them on your command.
Can't wait, Commander. At least until we've talked with Zeb. Sure. Can't wait, Commander. At least until we've talked with Zeb. Sure. Oh.
sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around
This
here.
looks like the place.
Mother load of loot.
Oh, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point.
Race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. It seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection.
Found her! You there! Step away from...
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What have you got in your...
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire... Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about if you're sincere in your desire to help. Prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally, and do exercise discretion as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't...
Not to worry. This is...
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the Consul. I'll answer what I can. If you must, the woman who returned, then I met Niles. Stop there. The Crabbles? They keep people away who I do believe that one day, the truth... Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Related activities.
was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. But then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better.
We have community, purpose, time for...
Como é que termina a expedição agora?
Que susto, Fal.
We sleep well at night.
Mano, que é isso que a gente tá jogando?
Só marketing. Esse negócio
Só
aqui,
marketing,
trabalhar.
só marketing.
Só marketing.
Alô?
O Dino tava me ensinando aqui como o São Paulo funciona, mano. Impressionante.
Fala, que hora que você almoça, Alan? Fala comigo.
Eu? 2 e pouco, por quê?
Obrigado, Alan. Não, só...
Horário de herdeiro, mano. Olha aí, né?
Não, horário de São Paulo, cara. Ninguém almoça antes desse horário, cara.
É, irmão, aqui em São Paulo a gente não tem tempo de almoçar meio-dia, não, irmão.
Não, pera lá. Tarde vocês não fazem.
Você é louco, irmão.
Depois do almoço, ninguém faz nada.
Você acha que eu tenho tempo, mano, de almoçar meio-dia, mano?
Só trabalha de manhã nessa cidade, eu não sabia disso.
De tarde, a vagabundice toma conta em São Paulo, é normal, mano. Entendeu?
Mano, o restaurante abre pro almoço meio-dia, eu fico indignado com essa porra. Como não abre 11 horas,
Ué.
velho?
Calma, você almoça 11 horas?
Não, pô, mas você tem que...
O cara é um idoso, mano.
Eu tenho que estar sentado na mesa comendo já. Tem que ter essa opção. Não,
Calma.
Tô, tipo... Claro, porra!
Caralho, você quer comer meio-dia em... Caralho, Cap, é bizarro, mano. Você é bizarro.
Irmão, horário de almoço é meio-dia. Não é meio-dia.
O cara é um idoso.
Não é meio-dia e meia, é meio-dia. Os caras abrem o restaurante meio-dia na semana.
Ué, então, precisa
Você não vai
almoçar.
comer em lugar nenhum,
Ô,
pô. Nem na
Cap,
casa
10
da
da
minha
manhã
mãe
o
você vai
pessoal
comer
tá tomando
meio-dia.
café, irmão. Você quer que o pessoal almoce meio-dia depois? Que toma café às
Meio-dia,
10,
pô.
velho?
É impressionante, velho.
Exatamente.
Você é louco, pô. Só uma coisa, a gente vai mais?
Vem pra Sorocaba. Vem
Vocês
pra
querem dar outra run no Project Doors, a gente joga junto. Ou acabou já?
Cara,
Se quiserem entrar,
o jogo é melhor do que ele parece, tá?
Eu jogo com vocês aí, mano. Eu tava ocupado com vocês.
Monte não gostou.
Não, legal.
Ih, mano, você não gostou?
Não,
Você achou meia
gostei.
bomba?
Ah, eu achei
eu
uma
não senti.
mistura de todos os jogos que a gente já jogou em um só.
Malte, eu não
Ué,
senti.
mas
Nossa,
literalmente todo jogo que recomendam é isso.
Então, é
Né?
fogo.
Você não era assim, Malte. Você era um cara com a cabeça mais aberta, viu? Tá acontecendo.
Eu
É que eu tô doente hoje, ô,
O
Dino.
benefício da dúvida
Tá,
aqui,
vocês
tá?
querem vir
Quero um
pra
supositório,
saideira
então,
aqui? Saideirinha? Perfeito.
Saideirinha?
Então vai lá.
Tiro little baby.
Pô, os caras não têm
3, 2,
mochila, mano.
3, 2, 1.
Vai fazer outra intro. Fala, galera, agora o Cap tá com a gente. Intro aí pro vídeo do Cap, Dino,
E o
tamo
Dino
aí,
também.
né? Dino também, tamo aí, chegaram aí. Se apresentem aí, galera.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized its ecosystem, the native flora and fauna.
Cadê os itens?
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised
Tamo, Dino.
a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all.
Must be at least... Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Port stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. And fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Just say to fill Westport's need. True enough. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back. Unless I'm... Center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you, Baron? As I was saying, the automech repairs... Yes, nor the troopers who... No. Some other... Like what? There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the auto... What's your business here?
Oh, there's work, all right. The Marshal told us not to turn anyone useful away.
And again, what are the odds that an auto-mechanical repair... How do we know you aren't a spy from Auntie's choice? Yeah, I'm not buying. Don't even try getting through this checkpoint without approval. We're low.
Ô, Cap, é isso que eu te expliquei.
When you needed a stretch.
Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had hot. That's maybe I ought to apologize straight up. Let's just anyway. Was there anything else you needed? Oh yeah? Was needling you. Fair point. Guess who? Well, all just before the invasion, at least. I appreciate the concern. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I spread worst. I was trying to teach myself some. Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a work. Like most, I can't remember a time I didn't end the day all. And funny thing was, I didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so not. I was then. The Earth Directorate show. Protectorate has a way of casting up. Sometimes I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't. Sorry, that was. But back, only thing I know for sure. You buttering me up for a favor? Ah, well then. I don't like feeling like I was adding. Yeah, no point missing something you're never getting back, though.
Confronting threat. Engaging hostile life forms.
Aperta ela. É mouse 1 nela. Apertando. Nada? Tem seu rosto nela. O meu? Ô louco, sai pro segundo andar. Quem é o cara cabeça de balde? Eu. Ah. Como você tem uma cabeça de balde? Eu peguei um balde. Tem uma luva aqui, mano. Tem um papel.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us.
Attack strategy. Health benefits available at your request. Confronting threat.
swear.
Pleasure not doing business with you.
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
MF.
Spatial anomaly detected. Physical engagement is not recommended at this time.
Take it up with the head office.
Combat protocols.
field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon Den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unforeseen.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Right now, as we approach the Rap's nest, certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
Offended you? Samples acquired. This quantity should be enough to produce the antidote.
Tinha que tentar. O que tá acontecendo aqui, mano?
Idiota, roxo da minha cara, mano. O cara tá rindo da minha cara, mano. O cara tá rindo da minha cara, e aí?
Ai, cara.
Casa com a mulher aí, cara. Ele tava pedindo. Eu tava, mano. Eu tava. Eu tinha que pedir.
Ai, cara.
Mas, caralho, não tem. Eu cheguei 1h30 depois vocês começaram a jogar essa merda, esse jogo confuso pra caralho. Fui fazer o bagulho que o cara me falou, mano.
Ó, mas presta atenção. Olha, no objetivo aqui diz assim, ó. Open your heart to the lady.
Abra seu coração.
Botar no peito dela então, pô. Abre o peito dela.
Open your heart.
Tá se prendendo todo aí, mano.
Será que eu vou ter que abrir o peito?
Mano, mas o prato dos caras, tá vendo que os pratos dos caras tá roxo? Não tem que botar alguma coisa? É.
Não, o próprio prato?
Será que a gente tem que achar os snacks?
E eles comeram.
Beleza, eu perdi o anel. Ô, vou deixar o anel aqui na mesa, tá?
Tá.
Ué.
Ele sumiu.
Ele tá ali, mas ele tá ali.
Ah, será que eu deixo na
mano,
mesa?
caiu no
ou
chão
alguém...
agora, caiu no chão.
Não, tá aqui, ó, tá aqui em cima.
Lady, I love you. Would you marry me? Não? Fuck you, bitch.
Vem comigo aqui,
Tá, tem que pegar 4 comidas esse pai, então.
Tem uma área não explorada aqui, vem.
Tem o segundo andar que é amaldiçoado. Vocês chegaram aí no segundo andar, no terceiro andar?
Vamos lá.
Não, o terceiro andar é aqui, ó. Vem aqui.
Mano, o segundo andar é dos manequim, é amaldiçoado, irmão. É uma
Dá pra subir por fora, né?
Tem aqui também, ó.
Não é aqui não, aqui a gente já veio, aqui não tem nada, aqui não tem nada.
Não, mas você já subiu aqui? Você subiu as escadas de fora?
Já.
E você foi lá em cima, você entrou?
Cara,
Quem
tem
que é
um
o
quarto
outro?
lá que a gente pegou um item.
Acho que não sou eu.
Não?
Mais coisa lá, doidão.
Eu não lembro de eu morri.
Eu aposto que é o Dino esse defunto, mano.
Acordou, acordou.
Era eu mesmo. Ó,
Tem
então,
mais
posso
coisa
falar?
lá naquele
Posso
terceiro
falar?
andar,
Posso
mano.
falar? Alguém,
Fala.
uma hora,
Mano.
colocou o anel lá na moça e apareceu assim: todos nós estamos esperando agora. Eu acho que tem que colocar no prato.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new glitz. Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz. You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer, Auntie Fizzos.